Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
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 Good evening, children.
Ma'am, I have completed both the tests, ma'am. I'm Devadarshini.
All right. Are we all there? Good evening, children.
Good evening, Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Children. So at the request of some of the students, we are starting a new chapter, exponents, today. I thought I will do compound interest, but some of you requested for exponents. So we'll start with this chapter today. I'll just give you 5 minutes time, go through the laws, which you can see on your screen. Don't write anything now. Go through the laws. So the first rule, children, minus a. Minus a meaning negative of a raised to the power n is a to the power n. So let's just take an example. Now, supposing we say minus 5. Minus 5. The whole power n, where n is even. N is even. So let's say 4. Minus 5. We're taking an example similar to the law there. Minus a. So I said minus 5 to the power n, where n is even. So let's say 4 to the power 4. So see here, this is minus a. This is minus a minus 5 to the power 4. To the power 4 meaning to raise to a even power. This is minus 5 multiplied with itself 4 times. Minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5. So minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into minus plus. So it's going to be a positive 5 to the power 4 is 625. A negative number. So let's say minus 3. Minus a. So minus 3. Raised to an even power. Raised to an even power. Say 6. So it's minus 3 into 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 minus 3. Minus 3 multiplied with itself 6
Ma'am,
times.
that will repeat for 6 times, ma'am.
So minus sign happens 6 times. The minus sign will happen 6 times. So there'll be minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus signs. Minus into minus plus. Minus into minus plus. Minus into minus plus. Plus into plus 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 into plus plus. So the product of all the 6 negative signs will be positive. So this is nothing but a positive 3. So the answer will be a positive 3 raised to the power 6. But if a negative number, we'll take the same example, minus 3, is raised to an odd power. Then the result will be the minus sign, because minus will happen 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus into minus plus. Minus into minus plus. And this minus remains alone. So plus into plus plus. Plus into minus is minus. The minus still remains. When the power is odd, the minus still remains. So it's nothing but minus 3 to the power 5. That is minus 3 multiplied with itself 5 times. The difference is only with the bracket, children. So in the first one, when we have, say, minus 2 to the power 4, a negative number raised to an even power. So because it will be 4 negative signs, 4 minus signs, they multiply and they become positive. So this is nothing but 2 to the power 4. Minus 2 to the whole power 4 is equal to 2 to the power 4. So in other words, minus a to the power n, where n is even, is equal to a to the power n. The minus sign is gone. While if you take the same example, minus 2, if you raise it to the power 5, the minus sign doesn't go away. The minus remains. The answer is minus 2 to the power 5, which means minus a, the whole power n, where n is odd, will be minus a to the power n. What happens when you raise minus 1 to a odd number or an odd power? Minus 1. Minus 1, say to the power 5.
Minus 1,
1
ma'am.
to the power.
Minus 1 to the power 5, ma'am.
Minus 1 to the power 5. And the answer is minus 1. And the answer is minus 1. Minus 1 raised to an odd number. Minus 1 to the power 5 is nothing but minus 1. So remove the bracket. Minus 1 raised to the power 5. So the answer is minus 1. The next one is 1 raised to an odd number. 1 to the power a negative number. I'm sorry, an odd number. 1 to the power 5. What is 1 to the power 5? Is 1, because it's 1 multiplied with itself 5 times. It's not going to be minus 1. 1 to the power 5. 1 raised to an odd number or an odd power. Minus 1 raised to an odd power, say 3, will be minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Minus will happen 3 times. This minus sign happens. 1 multiplied with itself 3 times is 1 only. Minus multiplied with itself 3 times is minus. So minus 1 odd power. Minus 1 odd power. If the base is minus 1 and the power is 3, it's odd. The answer is minus 1. But when you raise 1 to an even power, sorry, 1, this is a negative 1. This is a positive 1. A positive 1 to an odd power. 1 to the power 5. It's 1 minus 1. It's 1. Because 1 multiplied with itself 5 times is 1. Minus 1 to an even power, 4. So this is minus 1 multiplied with itself 4 times. minus 1 multiplied with itself 4 times. So 4 minus signs, it will become positive. So a plus 1. 1 raised to an even power. 1 raised to an even power. 1 to the power 4 is 1. 1 multiplied with itself 4 times. 1 multiplied with itself 4 times is 1. So for all these laws, you can just take an example and understand the laws in the first column. Now here what you see is A by B. A by B, where A by B is a rational number. A by B to the power n. N is any positive integer. A by B to the power n. So if I say 3 by 5 to the power 4 can be written as 3 to the power 4 by 5 to the power 4. 2 by 7, the whole power 3 can be written as 2 to the power 3 by 7 to the power 3. A by B, so some fraction to the power n can be expressed as A to the power n divided by B to the power n. A by B to the power minus n. A by B to the power minus n. A by B to the power minus n. Now, if you want to make this is another law. When you want to make the negative power positive, you should do 2 changes. When you want to write an equivalent of this one, you must make 2 changes. As you've seen in 7th standard, A by B is called the base and this minus n is called the power. A by B is the base, minus n is the power or the index or the exponent. Minus n is the exponent, or you can say power or index. A by B is the base. A by B is the base. Now you want to write the equivalent. You want to write the equivalent of A by B to the power minus n. A by B, you have A by B, some fraction raised to a negative power. You have A by B, the whole power minus n. Now you want to make the power positive. You want to make the power positive. When you want to write an equivalent, of some expression raised to a negative power, what you have to do is take the reciprocal of the base. The two parts are base and power. The two parts are base and power. The base is A by B. Take the reciprocal of the base, B by A, and write the negative of the power. Write the negative of the power. So minus n becomes plus n. These two are the same. See, the two components are the base and power. Base and power. If you want to write the equivalent of A by B to the power minus n, that is, write the reciprocal of the base. A by B becomes B by A. And write the negative of the power. If the power is minus n, make it plus n. The value of this expression is the same as the value of this expression. A by B, the whole power minus n, is the same as B by A, the whole power n. Similarly here, children, in the first one also, supposing you want to understand this differently, A by B to the power n, you can write it as B by A, the whole power minus n, if you want to write it with a negative power. If you want to write the equivalent of this expression, you need to do 2 changes. Take the reciprocal of the base, A by B becomes B by A, and write the negative of the power, n becomes minus n. When you make both the changes, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression. When you make both the changes, you are writing the equivalent of the given expression. I'll repeat. A by B, the whole power n. Now you want to write this with a negative power. You want to write this with a negative power. Or you simply want to understand the equivalent of this one. You want to write this in a different way, say. So the equivalent of this expression, A by B to the power n, is, take the reciprocal of the base. There are two components, base and power. Take the reciprocal of the base. Take the negative of the power. Plus n becomes minus n. Minus n. So A by B to the power n is the same as B by A to the power minus n. Here, see here, we have A by B to the power minus n. Its equivalent will be B by A, because A by B becomes B by A, reciprocal of the base. Negative of the power, minus n becomes plus n. Now, children, tell me the equivalent of this one. What will be the equivalent of x by y, the whole power minus z? What are the two components here in this expression? Name the two.
X and Y.
No. What are the components of this expression? X by y to the power minus z. I was talking about the two components, base and power. Base and power. The base and power make this expression here. Which is the base? Which is the base?
X by y is the base.
X by y is the base. Which is the power?
Minus
Minus z is the power. X by y, the two components are x by y, which is the base, and minus z, which is the power. The base and power are the two components in this expression. X by y is the base, minus z is the power, or the index, or the exponent. Now you would like to write the equivalent of x by y to the power minus z. What will you write?
Y by X to the whole power Z, ma'am.
Yeah. So we need to make two changes. Take the reciprocal of the base. Done. Write the negative of the power, meaning write the power with the opposite sign. Minus z will become plus z. When you do both the changes, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression. But if you make only one change, you're writing the reciprocal of the given expression. That's what we need to understand very clearly. The changes are, the two components are base and power. When you take the reciprocal of the base and the negative of the power, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression. But supposing you take the reciprocal of the base, but you write the power as it is, that means you're writing the reciprocal of the given expression. Like, what is the reciprocal? Reciprocals are not equal. Only in the case of 1. Okay, see, 1, the reciprocal of 1 is 1. Otherwise, the reciprocal of 1 by 5, see, you cannot write 1 by 5 is equal to 5. 1 by 5 is not equal to 5. You should write the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 1 by 5 is 5. They're different. 1 by 5 is different from 5. Their values are not the same. The reciprocal of 1 by 5 is 5. Similarly, when you want to write the reciprocal of an expression, when you want to write the equivalent, like in fractions, we have dealt with equivalent fractions. See, when you had 3 by 7, write a fraction equivalent to 3 by 7. So you did into 2, and you said 6 by 14. Or you can multiply the numerator and denominator by 3. 3 3s are 9, 7 3s are 21. You can write so many equivalent fractions. For a given fraction, you can write so many equivalent fractions. So 3 by 7 is equal to 3 2s are 6, 7 2s are 14 is equal to 3 3s are 9, 7 3s are 21. So it's like tables of 3 in the numerator and tables of 7 in the denominator. So 12 by 28 is equal to 15 by 35. Understand, children? So on, you can write so many equivalent fractions for 3 by 7. Correct, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, these are equivalent fractions, meaning all the fractions have the same value. These are equivalent fractions. That means all the fractions have the same value. But reciprocals need not have the same value. See, leave the exceptions. Leave the exceptions. Like the reciprocal of 1 is 1. Leave the exceptions. Otherwise, in general, the expression is different from its reciprocal. So if you have to write, now if I give you the fraction 2 by 3, a fraction equivalent to 2 by 3 is say 4 by 6. But the reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. Is 2 by 3 equal to 3 by 2? No. 2 by 3 is different from 3 by 2. But 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. So there are two things. You can write the equivalent of 2 by 3 or you can write the reciprocal of 2 by 3. For 2 by 3, if you're asked to write its equivalent, then you must say 2 into 2, 4, 3 to the 6. Like this, you can write many. But if you have to write the reciprocal of 2 by 3, you will say 3 by 2. Where you know that 2 by 3 and 3 by 2, they are not the same. The reciprocals are not equal. But equivalent fractions means the two fractions are equal. Similarly, children, if you're given a by b to the power n, and you're asked to write its equivalent. Equivalent means you should do both the changes. You must take the reciprocal, the two components are base and power. You must take the
Power minus n, ma'am.
You should not take the negative of the base. You should do this only. You must take the reciprocal of the base. You should take the reciprocal of the base. So reciprocal of the base meaning b by a. And you must write the negative of the power. Negative of the power. N becomes minus n. These two are equal. These two are equal. When you make both the changes, the expressions are equal. But if you make only one change, that means you're writing the reciprocal of the given expression. So like you have a by b to the power n, and what you do is you are writing a by b as b by a, but you're writing the power n as it is. So you've made only one change. You have written the reciprocal of the base, but the power you have written as it is. You did not write the negative of the power. Now these two are not equal. They are reciprocals. A by b to the power n and b by a to the power n are reciprocals of each other. The reciprocal of this is this. You can write the reciprocal of a by b to the power n in another way also. So if you're given a by b to the power n, you can retain the base as it is. You can write a by b as a by b. That means you did not take the reciprocal of the base, but you change the power. You write n as minus n. You write n as minus n. You're writing the negative of the power. You did not write the negative. You did not write the reciprocal of the base, but you changed the power. You've written the negative of the power. You're making only one change. That means you're not writing the equivalent of it. You're writing the reciprocal. The reciprocal of a by b to the power n is a by b to the power minus n. Remember these two. Reciprocal of the base, negative of the power. Reciprocal of the base, negative of the power. You just make a note in your book. Reciprocal of the base. Simply some keywords. It's not a complete sentence. Just some highlights, keywords to remember the concept. Reciprocal of the base. Base, you should take the reciprocal. Power, you must write the negative. Negative of the power. Meaning opposite sign. Plus becomes minus. Or minus becomes plus. If you make both these changes, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression. If you make only one of these two changes, you're writing the reciprocal of the given expression. Is that clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me, Raja, tell me, the reciprocal of is, what is the reciprocal of? Raja, just a minute. I don't know what I wrote earlier. I'll just write something else now. The reciprocal of, I told you I don't remember what I wrote earlier. I'm just writing something now. Yes, Raja. The reciprocal of this expression is, you can write it in two ways. Tell me one of the two. The other one, Devadarshini will tell us.
Ma'am, 1 by minus 2.
Yes.
To the power 4 by 5.
You have written minus 2 as minus 1 by 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have taken the reciprocal of the base, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what, should you change the power or no for reciprocal?
No,
I told you no, you should. What are the two changes?
One is the reciprocal
Of
the base.
the other is
The other is the power of the exponent.
negative of the power.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now if you do both, you're writing what? If you make both the changes, you're writing the?
Reciprocal.
No, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression.
Yes, ma'am.
If you make only one change, you're writing the? Reciprocal. Now, have you made one change?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what should I write the power as?
I can't understand.
No, just apply the rule. What is the negative of minus 4 by 5?
Negative.
Ma'am, can I try, ma'am?
1 second, Devadarshini. What is the negative of minus 4 by 5?
4 by 5.
Sorry?
4 by 5.
4 by 5. Should you write 4 by 5 or minus 4 by 5 is the question now.
4 by 5.
That means you're writing the reciprocal of the base and the negative of the power. That becomes the equivalent.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You have changed the base, right? Don't
Yes.
change the power.
So it's minus 4 by 5, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Devadarshini? Yeah. What's the other way of writing the reciprocal? Devadarshini, what's the other way of writing the reciprocal? Yeah.
Ma'am, I can understand the first method, ma'am, but can you teach me the second method again, ma'am?
Yeah, we're doing it. I will not go ahead until all of you understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I say the answer?
Yeah, tell me.
2 to the power 4 by 5, ma'am. Minus 2 to the power 4 by 5.
So you're writing minus 2 as minus 2 itself, right?
Yes, ma'am. And minus 4 by 5 becomes 4 by 5.
This is the rule, children. Correct, Madhumita. Thank you. You're right. The two changes which you can do are taking reciprocal of the base, taking reciprocal of the base, and writing the negative of the power, writing the negative of the power, writing the negative of the power. Power meaning index or exponent. If you make both the see, you should not write the negative of the base. You must take the reciprocal of the base. You should not write the negative of the base. Base, you should always take the reciprocal. Power, you must take the negative. Negative of the power meaning, if it's -5, you should write it as +5. If it's +5, you write it as -5. If you make both the changes, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression. If you make only one of these two changes, you're writing the reciprocal of the given expression. The two components we're talking about in this expression are base and power. If you want to write the equivalent of the given expression, then you must make both the changes. If you want to write the reciprocal of the given expression, then you must make only one of these, any one of these two changes. How many of you understood? Devadarshini, Tanya, Madhumita, Raja, Sindhu, Sanjay?
Yes, ma'am. I can understand, ma'am.
I can understand, ma'am.
Happy. Don't make me happy. If you have understood.
Can you repeat once again?
Devadarshini, when I called out to you, you did not answer. Why?
Ma'am, I had some background noise, ma'am.
No, Devadarshini, this one thing is notable, that every time I give you a chance to participate or give out some answer, I'm not getting anything from any response from your end. So that makes it difficult for me to judge if you've understood or not. You know that this class, almost all of us participate.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Your response is very important. You don't have to be correct. Response can be correct or incorrect. If you're incorrect, then I realize that I have to make it more clear.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Danya,
Ma'am?
have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Madhumita?
Yes, ma'am, I can understand.
Raja?
Yes, ma'am, I can understand, ma'am.
Sindhu, Sanjay?
Yes, ma'am. I can understand, ma'am.
No, sir, one of you wanted the second method or something, right?
Yes, ma'am. I cannot understand at the first time, ma'am, but now I can understand, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Okay, fine. Let's just try it again. Let's try with some examples. So now let me write the equivalent of -3 the whole power -7/8. Now children, the equivalent of the given expression we have to write. So the rules are reciprocal of the base, negative of the power. What is the reciprocal of -3?
-1/3,
ma'am.
-1/3, ma'am.
-1/3. Reciprocal of the base, negative of the power, -7/8 becomes +7/8.
1/8.
7/8, not 8/7. 8/7 becomes a reciprocal. Negative means just remove the sign. Plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. So here just remove the sign. Minus 7 by 8 becomes plus 7 by 8. So what have we done? We have done both the changes. We have taken the reciprocal of the base. Minus 3 becomes minus 1 by 3. Reciprocal of the base. This is minus 3 by 1. Minus 3 meaning minus 3 by 1. So that is written as minus 1 by 3. Reciprocal of the base. Negative of the power. Minus 7 by 8 is written as 7 by 8. When you make both the changes, you're writing the equivalent. These two expressions are equal. The value of this one is the same as the value of this one is the same as the value of this one.
I can able to understand, ma'am.
Please try this one, Devadarshini.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for both the methods or for one method, ma'am?
For equivalent, there is only one method.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, for in the base, ma'am, minus 1 by 13, ma'am.
Correct.
And in the power, 4 by 5, ma'am.
Very good. That's all. When you do both the changes, now we have written the equivalent. These two expressions are equal. Yeah. Now, Devadarshini, make only one change.
Yes, ma'am.
Make only one change. Yeah.
Is minus 1 by 13.
So you have taken the reciprocal of the base, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then write the power as it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you have written the reciprocals. You have not written the equivalents. They are not equal. One is the reciprocal of the other.
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me the other way.
Yes, ma'am. Minus 13 and I'll change with the, I have to change with the power, ma'am. So 4 by 5, ma'am.
Very good. That's all. You got it right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Very good. So this is how, I explain the rules. Reciprocal of the base. Please remember this. Have you made a note of that in your book, children? Reciprocal of the base. Negative of the power. If you make both the changes, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression. If you make only one, any one of these two changes, you're writing the reciprocal of the given expression. The other rules are familiar. You'll understand better when we take up numerical situations. Now I'll just read it out to you. So this rule says that a by b to the power n can be written as a to the power n by b to the power n. This rule is when the power is negative and you want to make it positive. The power is negative, you want to make it positive. That means, and there's an equal to sign here. You're trying to write the equivalent of this given expression. So make both the changes. A by b becomes b by a, minus n becomes plus n. Make both the changes. A by b becomes b by a, minus n becomes plus n. Now these two expressions are the same. A by b raised to the power 0 is 1. 0 to the power 0 is not 1, it's 0. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1, but 0 to the power 0 is not 1, it is 0. And here these rules, which you've seen last year, when bases are same and it's multiplication, add the powers. A by b is the base. The base is a by b. The base is a by b. It's a product. To simplify this, we need to add the powers. Write the base once a by b and add the powers m plus n. Again, the bases are the same, a by b, it's division. So the result is we need to subtract the powers. Write the base once a by b and subtract the powers m minus n. a by b to the power m, the whole power n. So when the base is raised to multiple powers, so it's like 2 to the power 3, the whole square. Multiply the powers, 2 to the power, the base is 2. The base is 2. It's raised to the power 3, again raised to the power 2. So there are 2 powers, 3 and 2. Multiply the powers, 2 3s are 6. Two to the power 3, the whole power 4, again raised to the power, say like 10. Multiply all the powers. Multiply all the powers. So it will be 2 to the power 3 4s are 12. 12 10s are 1. 12 10s are 120. When the base is raised to multiple powers, multiply all the powers. Don't add the powers. There's only one base, 2. It's raised to the power 3, whole raised to 4, again whole raised to 10. One second, children. So I was telling you that yeah. All right, children. So when the base is raised to multiple powers, multiply all the powers. So here you see the base is a by b. It's raised to the power m. Again raised to the power n. Multiply the powers. So it will be, write the base once, a by b to the power mn. Mn meaning m into n. In the next law, what you see is the bases are different. A by b, c by d. The bases are different, but they're raised to the same power. The bases are different. A by b, c by d. The bases are different. See, in the first one, let's see the difference. In the first one, the bases are same. A by b, a by b. The bases are same. The powers are different. The powers are different, m and n. The powers can also be the same. Here the thing is the bases are same. A by b, a by b. The bases are same. When the bases are same, we need to add the powers. Write the base once, a by b, and add the powers, m plus n. Here what you see is the bases are different. A by b, c by d. The bases are different. The power is the same. So like this, like you have 2 by 3 to the power 3 into, say 4 by 5 to the power 3. 2 by 3, 4 by 5. The bases are different. The bases are different, 2 by 3, 4 by 5, but they're raised to the same power 3. So you can write this as 2 by 3 into 4 by 5, the whole power 3. This rule is very important because see here, supposing say we have say like 11 by 12, the whole power 2 into 144 by so like 121, the whole power 2. So you have 11 by 12 the whole squared into 144 by 121 the whole squared. So otherwise what you have to do is 11 into 11, you'll have to multiply 11 by 12 into 11. 11 into 11 is whatever, 12 into 12 whatever. Then here 144 into 144, 121 into 121 because it's raised to the power 2. It's actually 11 by 12 multiplied with itself 2 times. 144 by 121 multiplied with itself 2 times. It will take some time for you to calculate the value. There's a lot of multiplication involved here. But if you use this law, bases are different, but they're raised to the same power. So you can write it as 11 by 12 into 144 by 121, the whole power 2. Put them both in the same bracket and raise it to the power 2. So now what happens? 11, you can simplify. 11 ones are 11, 11s are 121. 12 ones are 12, 12s are 144. So now it's like 12 by 11 the whole square, which is nothing but 144 by 121. Simple, finish. Then you can write it as a mixed fraction. So we finished the calculation. We finished. We didn't have to do 144 into 144, 121 into 121. So when bases are different, but they're raised to the same power. So A by B, C by D, bases are different, but they're raised to the same power n. It's multiplication. So multiply the bases A by B into C by D and raise it to that same power n. And finally, it's division. A by B divided by C by D. That is, the bases are different and it's division, but they're raised to the same power. The bases are different. See, we are talking only about the base and power. They are the two components of the expressions here, base and power. Base and power. All right. So here in 5, the bases are different. Like in 4, in 5, the bases are different. A by B, C by D. It's division. The powers are the same. So you can write this as A by B divided by C by D in one bracket. They are in 2 different brackets, no? Write it in one bracket, A by B divided by C by D, and raise it to that same power n. So here it is A by B the whole power n. That is, if you have 3 by 5 the whole square, it's the same as 3 square by 5 square. 3 by 5 the whole square. A by B to the power n is equal to A to the power n by B to the power n. 3 square by 5 square. The next one is A by B. That is, the base is raised to a negative power. You want to make it positive. When you have to write the equivalent of something, you should make both the changes. A by B becomes B by A, reciprocal, and negative of the power, minus n becomes plus n. Now they are the same, both are the same because you have made both the changes. A by B becomes B by A. Minus n becomes plus n. So now these two are same. A by B to the power minus n is the same as B by A to the power n. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1, but 0 to the power 0 is not 1, it's 0. Bases are same. It's multiplication. Add the powers. Add the powers. So write the base once and add the powers. Bases are same. A by B. It's division. Subtract the powers. A by B to the power m minus n. When the base is raised to many powers, multiply the powers. Different bases raised to the same power. Here it's multiplication. So write the bases. A by B is one base, C by D is the other base. It's multiplied. Put them in the same bracket and raise it to that power n. So if you have like 2 by 5 the whole square into 25 by 10 the whole square into, you can have more than 2 also, into say supposing 4 by 15 the whole square. So you can write all this in one bracket. The bases are different. You can put everything in the same bracket. 2 by 5 into 25 by 10 into 4 by 15 all in one bracket and raise it to the same power 2. And raise it to the same power 2. 2 by 5 into, because it's multiplication everywhere. And the base are different. 2 by 5, 25 by 10, 4 by 15. But they're all raised to the same power 2. So you can multiply the bases 2 by 5, 25 by 10, 4 by 15. You can multiply the bases and put them in the same bracket and raise it to that power 2. Now you can simplify. 5 ones are 5 fives are, then 2 ones are 2 fives are 10. 5 and 5 gets cancelled. So I think it's 4 by 15 the whole square, which is 16 by 225. So again, the last one is when the bases are different. The bases are different. Division, same power. So you can put the two bases in the same bracket, A by B, C by D in the same bracket. And since it's division, A by B divided by C by D. A by B divided by C by D and raise it to the same power n. So if you have 3 by 5 to the power 4 divided by 12 by 25, the whole power 4. What would you do? So it will be 3 by 5 divided by 12 by 25, the whole power 4. Put them in the same bracket. 3 by 5 divided by 12 by 25, the same bracket. 3 by 5 divided by 12 by 25. And raise it to that power 4. 3 by 5 divided by 12 by 25. Am I audible and clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right, children.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children, fine. So 3 by 5 and 12 by 25, the two bases, write them in the same bracket. The connector is division sign. Raise it to the same power 4. So to simplify, it will be 3 by 5. Division becomes into 12 by 25 becomes 25 by 12. 12 by 25 becomes 25 by 12, the whole power 4. Then you need to simplify 5 ones are 5 fives are 3 ones are 3 fours are. So it's 5 by 5, 4. 5 by 4, the whole power 4. So 625 by 256. 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, 625. 4 into 4 into 4 into 4, 256. Multiply. You'll have to multiply 5 by 4 with itself 4 times. 5 by 4, the whole power 4. 5 by 4 into 5 by 4 into 5 by 4 into 5 by 4. 625 by 256. Now the last one, as I told you, the reciprocal of a given expression. See how it is? The reciprocal of a given expression is, these two are not equal, children. The reciprocal, please mind these words. The reciprocal, they're not, these two are not equal. These two are not equal. The reciprocal of this one is this one. Or you can also write it like this. The reciprocal of this is this. They are not equal. They're reciprocals of each other. So see here, a by b. I have not changed that. I've written it as a by b. But n I've written minus n. So they are reciprocals. If you do only one change. So here we have not changed the base. We have changed the power. Reciprocal. In the other one, we have changed the base a by b to b by a. But we have written the power as it is, n. We have not changed the power. N is n only. But the base a by b is written as its reciprocal b by a. So these are reciprocals of one another. What should you do with the base, children? Reciprocal or negative?
Reciprocal, ma'am.
Reciprocal.
Base always reciprocal. Base always reciprocal. Power always
Negative. Negative of power.
negative of the power. In the power, you should not take the reciprocal. Reciprocal of the base, negative of the power. If you make both the changes, you're writing the equivalent of the given expression. If you make any one of the two changes, you're writing the reciprocal of the given expression. What do you mean by multiplicative inverse? Reciprocal. Multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. I'm unsharing my screen, children. Now, all of you try this in your book and tell me. The heading is write the multiplicative inverse with positive exponents for the following. Understand? Write the multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse meaning reciprocal. Multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. Write the reciprocal with positive exponents for the following. You must write the reciprocal, but the power should be positive. You don't make the power negative. We have two ways of writing the reciprocal. So you should use that method where the power will be positive. The base can be anything. They have not mentioned anything about the base. The power. Write the reciprocal with positive exponents. That is, the power should be positive. Write down, children. Minus 23 by 25, the whole power 3. Just do it roughly. I'll share the slides later. You can write out in your notebook. Now just do it roughly and tell me. In the bracket, you have minus 23 by 25. The whole power 3. Minus 23 by 25, the whole power 3. What is the reciprocal of this one? With a positive power?
Ma'am, can I say? Ma'am, can I say?
Who's that?
Ma'am, Devadarshini.
Yeah, tell me, Devadarshini.
Minus 25 by 23 to the power 3, ma'am.
The whole power 3. Very good. You're right. Yeah. Minus 25 by 23, the whole power 3. No, I'm not finding it comfortable because they're all fractions. Let me show you the screen. Yeah, let's understand with the screen, children. So see the first one, children. What we just Devadarshini just answered. The thing is, the condition is we should write the reciprocal, but the power should be positive. That's what is the meaning. Write the multiplicative inverse, write the reciprocal, but let the power be positive. Exponent meaning power. So the power is 3 here. Let the 3 be 3 only. Let the 3 be 3. It's positive. Let the positive power be positive. That means you should change the base. Write the reciprocal of the base. Minus 25 by 23. Correct, children?
Yes.
ma'am.
See the next one. See, for reciprocal, we should do only one change. Now here, which one should you change? The base or the power?
Power, ma'am.
Power, because it's negative. We have to make it positive. So we should change the power and not the base. In the first one, we had to change the base, not the power, because the power is already positive. So let it remain positive. So we have to change the base. In the second one, the power is negative. So we have to make the power positive. Minus 7 becomes plus 7. Write the base as it is 8 by 13. Go through all the 4 and tell me if you have any doubts, children.
No doubts, ma'am.
Okay. Shall I take you to the next slide, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Go through these. Write the reciprocals. Multiplicative inverse, reciprocal, both are the same. Here, write the reciprocals with negative exponents. With negative exponents. So if the power is negative, write it as it is and change the base. If the power is positive, make it negative, write it as it is.
We have to change the power and the base should be as it is, ma'am.
Very good. If the base is you've understood, children. Let me not keep saying that. You ask me if you have any doubts. Go through all the answers.
No doubt, ma'am.
All right.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Madhumita.
In the second question,
Yeah.
why does the reciprocal become 7 by 15 to the whole power minus 4, ma'am? It's supposed to be minus 7 by minus 15 to the power minus 4, no, ma'am?
Yeah, you can cancel out the minus signs.
Okay, ma'am.
Minus in the numerator and denominator gets cancelled.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
I can understand, ma'am.
Very good. Class, can we go to the next one? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right. I'll share the slides with you. Just go through the answers.
Ma'am, after we get the answer as 5 by 9 to the power minus 2, is it compulsory to change it?
Very good. I should say that it's the apt question.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
5 by 9, the whole power minus 2. The power tells you how many times the base has to be multiplied with itself, right? Now, when I say 2 to the power 5, when I say 2 to the power 5, what do we understand? The base 2 has to be multiplied with itself 5 times because it's 2 raised to the power 5. The power is 5. The power says how many times the base has to be multiplied by itself. Correct or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So when it is 2 to the power 5, so
It's
you know
that 2 should be multiplied to itself 5 times.
5 times. So basically the power tells us how many times. This says the number of times. Number of times the base is multiplied with itself. Now, if the number of times is negative, if I say make minus 2 rounds, go around the playground minus 2 times, it's meaningless, right? So when the power is, when the number of times, the power says the number of times, and when that is negative, it becomes difficult to simplify. So to simplify, we should always make the power positive. Only with a positive power, you will understand the number of times the base has to be multiplied with itself. Very good question, Madhumita. So since the power is negative, now you need to calculate 5 by 9 to the power minus 2 is what value? We need to calculate. But 5 by 9, how many times should I multiply 5 by 9 with itself? Minus 2 times. No, that's not possible. So let us write this in a different way. So we write the equivalent of this here, not the reciprocal. You should not write the reciprocal of this here. The equivalent of this one you should write in the next step. Only if you're asked to write the reciprocal, you should see, like in the earlier questions, write the reciprocal. So we wrote the reciprocals. Otherwise, when you're simplifying, you should never write the reciprocals. You must write the equivalent. What is the equivalent of 5 by 9 to the power minus 2?
9 by 5 to the power 2, ma'am.
You should change the base, you must change the power. Change the base, change the power. So reciprocal of the base, 9 by 5. Negative of the power, minus 2 becomes plus 2. Now the power is positive. Now the power is positive. So 2 times. The base has to be multiplied with itself 2 times. So 9 by 5 into 9 by 5, which is 81 by 25. Understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
When the power is too large and it's difficult to compute, you can just leave it. Now, supposing it was 9 by 5 to the power 7 or 8. If the power is too large and the calculation is cumbersome, you can just leave it. You can leave it as, like if supposing the power, if supposing it was 9 by 5, say to the power 10. You don't have to calculate this because 9 into 9 into 9, 10 times. 5 multiplied with itself 10 times. You need quite some time to calculate that. So when the power is very large, if the calculation will take a lot of time, you can just leave it like this, 9 by 5 to the whole, 9 by 5, the whole power 10. You don't have to find its value. But here the power is 2. So it's easy, 9 by 5 into 9 by 5, 81 by 25. So when the power is small, I cannot say small, when it is easy to calculate, then you can simplify. If the power is like, in this case, 9 by 5 to the power 10, and the calculation will be time consuming, you can leave it like 9 by 5 to the power 10. So here the rule we have used is the bases are same, 5 by 9, 5 by 9. It's multiplication. So we add the powers. Write the base 5 by 9 once and add the powers, minus 8 plus 6. That's the first step. Bases are same, 5 by 9, 5 by 9. It's multiplication. So we add the powers, 5 by 9, the whole power, minus 8 plus 6. Minus 8 plus 6 is minus 2. Now, but the power 2 is small. You can simplify and find the value of the expression. But it's negative. It's minus 2. The number of times is negative. So we need to make it positive. For that, we need to write the equivalent of this one. So take the reciprocal of the base, 9 by 5. Write the negative of the power, 2. We are writing the equivalent. Now, 9 by 5 to the power 2, meaning 9 by 5 into 9 by 5. 81 by 25. Or you can also treat it as 9 square by 5 square. 9 square by 5 square. Which is 81 by 25. Is it understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. In the second one, you see that the bases are different. It's multiplication, but the power is the same, minus 4, minus 4. So what is the rule? Multiply the bases, minus 2 by 11 and 3 by 5. Multiply the bases, put them in the same bracket and raise it to the same power, minus 4. The bases are different. It's multiplication, but the powers are the same. Multiply the bases in the same bracket and raise it to the same power, minus 4. Now, if you can cancel in the bracket, but you cannot. If you can simplify, then you can simplify. But here it's not possible. So we multiply the numerators, minus 6, multiply the denominators, 55. And the power is minus 4. Number of times is negative. So we'll have to make it positive. So the equivalent of this is this. Reciprocal of the base, negative of the power. Now, minus 55 multiplied with itself 4 times is pretty time consuming. 55 into 55 into 55 into 55. So you can just leave the answer like that. You can find 6 multiplied with itself 4 times. But 55 is quite large. So you can leave the answer like this. You can leave it like this. But if you calculate 55 to the power 4 and write that answer also, it's not wrong. But you should not spend a lot of time calculating. It's enough if you give your answer here, leave your answer here. But if you want to really calculate, you can also leave it as a fraction. Minus 55 multiplied with itself 4 times in the numerator divided by 6 multiplied by 4 times in the denominator. In the next one, in question number 3 or in subdivision 3, the bases are the same, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. It's division. So we have to subtract the powers. Bases are same, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. It's division. So we'll have to subtract the powers. Write the base 1 by 4. Write the base 1 by 4. And subtract the powers. Minus 3, minus 7, subtract it. Minus 3 and minus 7 are the powers. Minus 3 and minus 7 are the powers. Subtract it. So minus 3 plus 7. Minus into minus plus. So minus 3 plus 7. which is 4. So here you don't have to write its equivalent because the power is already positive. The power is already positive. So this means 1 by 4 multiplied with itself 4 times, which is 1 by 256. Understood, children?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. Fine. So this is the compensation class for the Tuesday's class. Tomorrow, if I make a class at the same time, children, 6 to 7:15, will it be possible to attend?
Ma'am, I'm okay with it, ma'am. Madhumita.
Ma'am, I'm having Hindi class, ma'am.
Others, Danya, Sindhu, Sanjay, Raja.
Ma'am, it's okay for me, ma'am.
Sanjay and Sindhu?
Ma'am, they are not in the meeting.
Oh, okay. Danya?
Ma'am, actually, I'm having a test tomorrow, ma'am.
In the evening, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, we belong to the same school and I forgot I had a test, ma'am.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. I think then we'll meet on Saturday. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.